Hello and welcome again to the Contemplation Cafe. I'm Paul, your host, inviting you to come inside, pull up a chair, and have a think or two. Today we're going to switch gears and I'm going to put on my insurance nerd hat. It's certainly a subject that befuddles people, seems to always be nebulous and hard to understand, and that's not really how things are. So I'm going to take some time, do a couple of these presentations on the world of insurance, and see if we can't clear up some of the cloudiness. After all, the best consumers are informed consumers. And having worked in insurance for a number of years, I've got some education as well as some experience, and I think I can help clear it up a little bit. So that being said, I'm sure now that we're full swing into sports being back, you invariably see a commercial for insurance. Company A says, if you get insurance with us, you could save a pile of money. Or insurance company B says, if you switch to us today, we'll give you a llama. Or insurance company C says, if you do this, we'll give you tickets to a Kiss concert, whatever it may be. Well, it sounds good, doesn't it? But then you see all this fine print at the bottom of the screen, and it goes by so fast you can't read it. So then you call them, and you pay your hard-earned money to get a policy of insurance, and then all of a sudden, 2 months later, the honeymoon's over, your llama doesn't show up, the Kiss concert got canceled, or, So we're going to get past all that and start from here, and we'll get down to the nitty-gritty. So that being said, way up here, first thing I want to talk about is risk. That's what the insurance companies are involved in. It's the business of risk and risk management. So risk are just that. There's those things every day that have the opportunity, the possibility that something goes wrong and somebody or something gets damaged. So for example, Mondays seem to have a higher than average risk that people have heart attacks because they're getting up to go to work. For those of you who live north of the Mason-Dixon line, shoveling snow is a very risky activity, that there are lots of heart attacks associated with shoveling snow because you're all bundled up. You can't get rid of all that heat and all that moisture, and you're working very strenuously. Before you know it, you overheat, overexert, and boop, off you go. Those are things that are risks. So for example, jumping out of an airplane, another one. The risk is you're going to be falling towards the earth at about 140 miles an hour, and you pull the cord, and the nylons fail to deploy, and then you hit the ground, and the earth wins. Another risk, getting in your car. It's an internal combustion engine for most of us still, because we all can't drive Teslas, and there's always a risk that if you turn the key, something can malfunction and the engine explodes. That's a risk. So insurance is there for those kinds of things, to help manage those risks, and particularly those things that you and I don't have the financial wherewithal to handle ourselves, and that's the most important piece. If you could handle it, you don't need insurance. So if you have a pile of money in the bank, congratulations, we envy you, you don't need insurance at all. But for the rest of us who live in the real world, don't have that kind of money, we do. So insurance is a mechanism by which we transfer the managing of that risk off of ourselves and our checkbook onto somebody else, called an insurance company, that's got bigger and deeper pockets than ours and are better set up to handle those kinds of risks. In exchange, we pay them a small amount of money called a premium. That's how that works. So as we go forward from here, it's just an introductory piece. We're going to talk about a policy of insurance. We're going to talk about insurance coverages, talk about probably the role of an insurance agent versus other means of getting insurance. We may touch on claims a little bit, underwriting, but this is just very, very, very introductory from. Notice I didn't say high-level overview because that's silly. It's an overview, it's already high level, so we don't need to have a high level overview. It's either a high level look or it's an overview. So we're looking at insurance from way up here, and eventually we'll get down here to the nitty gritty. So again, the rules of the road. This I will make as entertaining and informative as I possibly can, because I already know that someone's eyes have glazed over and went, "Oh, he's going to talk about insurance. Forget it, I'm out of here." But I promise, hang on, it's going to get better.